Imagine a hidden rule in your mind, guiding your every move without you even realizing it. In fact, such a rule exists, and it plays a major role in your daily decisions and habits. It's essentially the rule of mental autopilot. Your brain tends to choose the easiest, most familiar path automatically without asking you for permission. Why does the brain do this? Because the human brain is lazy by nature and loves the familiar, avoiding effort whenever possible. Thinking is hard work, and the brain would rather run on autopilot than exert extra mental effort. Our brain is an energy hog. It uses around 20% of the body's energy, even at rest, so it evolved to save fuel whenever it can. One way the brain conserves energy is by automating repetitive tasks into habits, so you don't have to think about every little action. In fact, research shows nearly half of our daily actions are driven by habit, rather than active decision-making. Have you ever arrived home and realized you remember nothing about the drive? That's your mental autopilot in action, guiding you through a familiar routine. Or maybe you catch yourself snacking or checking your phone without thinking. That's the habit loop running in the background, without conscious approval. This mental autopilot isn't all bad. It actually helps you handle routine tasks efficiently, freeing up brain power for more important things. But always taking the easiest path has a downside. If you live on autopilot, you might stay stuck in the same patterns day after day. Our automatic thinking also has blind spots and biases, meaning we might miss better solutions or make mistakes without realizing it. One big example of your mind's autopilot rule is staying in your comfort zone. The brain loves familiar routines because they feel safe and easy. Anything new or challenging brings uncertainty and effort, and our lazy brain instinctively wants to avoid that discomfort to keep us safe. The result? We avoid taking risks, stick to old habits, and stop growing. What feels safe can actually hold us back from progress. Think of a bad habit you've tried to break. Even after you decided to change, your autopilot mind might have pulled you back into the same routine. It's not just a lack of willpower, it's the power of habit. Once a behavior is wired into your brain's circuits, it runs automatically unless you deliberately interrupt it. Here's the good news. You can override this automatic rule. Your conscious mind can step in, take the controls, and steer your life in a new direction. The first step is awareness. Simply realizing that you're on autopilot in a given moment can be enough to break the cycle. This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness means paying close attention to what you're doing and feeling right now without judgment. Studies suggest that practicing mindfulness can prevent your mind from slipping into its automatic habit mode. In other words, it helps turn off the autopilot when you don't need it. By being mindful, you start to notice your impulses before you act on them. That split-second pause gives you a chance to choose a different response. For example, rather than mindlessly reaching for junk food, notice, I'm feeling stressed and craving sugar. Then you can decide if eating that donut is what you really need. Another powerful strategy is to change your environment. Since many habits are cued by our surroundings, altering the context can disrupt the autopilot routine. For instance, experts suggest simple tweaks. Put your daily pill next to your toothbrush so you won't forget it, or take a different route home to avoid passing your favorite fast food spot. By removing triggers of your old habit and adding cues for a new, positive one, you make it much easier for your brain to adopt the changes you want. Next, gently push your boundaries. Make a habit of taking small steps outside your comfort zone on a regular basis. Research finds that seeking out a bit of discomfort can actually motivate you and spur personal growth. In other words, feeling uncomfortable at times is not a bad thing. It can mean you're growing. As one psychology study put it, people often see discomfort as a sign to stop. Yet discomfort often means you are making progress, not a reason to quit. So, if you're nervous about public speaking, starting a new job, or any challenging project, that butterflies in your stomach feeling is exactly when your brain has a chance to grow stronger by pushing through it. Over time, as you repeat new behaviors, your brain adapts. It strengthens new neural pathways, a phenomenon called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. Remarkably, scientists have found that even adult brains can grow new cells and change, even into old age. It's never too late to break a habit or learn something new. In short, the rule your mind has been following without asking, sticking to what's easy and familiar, can be changed. By combining awareness, environment tweaks, and a willingness to face a bit of discomfort, you can retrain your brain to follow new, better rules that you choose. Remember, your mind's autopilot may not ask for your permission, but you ultimately decide where you go. Take the controls and rule your mind before it rules you.